NBA sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They start on the ground with Elliott. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. This defense for the Pats, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On second down, Elliott once more. He takes this for 3 to the 29. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At their own 26-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. They'll run with Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Throwing, Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Toss left to Elliott. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Prescott looks to throw on first. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Harris. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On fourth down, Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Third and long for Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Looking to throw, Jones. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right.
And Prescott, his third interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On the give, this is Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They run again with Harris. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run with Harris. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll try to run with Harris. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
47. 47.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Prescott from the gun. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Prescott to throw it. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Powering forward. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Harris running straight ahead. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Jones now off the play fake. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Taking down back at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, go to 54, 26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Here we go, 47.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. The give to Elliott off tackle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 53. 26.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. 10th carry now for Elliott. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he gets this to Thornton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They hand this off to Harris. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Harris. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Dak. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. first down, and they go back to Harris. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for New England, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get it.